Welcome back, loyal viewer. Today we're taking a look at more of the Gen Planning Nightmare Before Christmas figures. Today we have Lock, Shock, and Barrel, and since we took a look at Oogie Boogie last time, I thought it'd be nice to get these guys opened up and see how they look next to him, since these are the movie scale accurate figures. Staying in the same way of the Oogie Boogie packaging, we have this nice big purple box with a spiral hill, the pumpkin patch. Very, very nice packaging, and of course you get all three characters in this kind of nice big window. And in case you wanted to display them in the box, which would be kind of tempting. They look really cool in there. And you get a nice big bright yellow insert. Really makes the characters pop. Again, also very tempting in that way to kind of display them inside the box. You can tell I'm doing this a little bit differently. I'm recording over the video instead of just talking as I go along because this sounds a lot nicer, I think you'll agree. There's Shock right there. There's Barrel. And there is Lock right there. Now let's see if we can get Lock to stand on his own. I know Shock and Barrel kind of do. Something just like that right there. Now these figures don't come with a stand, and unfortunately that's their biggest downside, is the fact that they don't have any set type of base or stand to kind of help them, keep upright. There's Lock's mask right there. There's Shock's mask. And there is Barrel's mask. Right back here. Now, the masks are probably the cheapest feeling element out of this whole set here. It's not a big deal. It's nothing to cry about. They look just like they do in the movie, and they fit the characters very, very well, despite the fact they do not stay on the faces at all without a little bit of putty or maybe some double-sided tape or something. And just to add to the beauty of these dolls, the colors of the costumes are all perfect. The textures on the costumes are great. They're kind of like this velvety material, especially with Barrel. He's got these little enamel bones printed on the front of his little costume. It makes for a very nice little touch. All swivels on these dolls, by the way. There's no crazy little articulation or anything. They're just little swivel joints. I love Lock's little red suit here. That's really nice. Again, that kind of velvety material. He's got little pointed shoes down there that unfortunately do not allow him to stand up on his own, so I've got to, as you're going to see, I've got to stick a tape measure behind him to get him to stand up. His face sculpt is probably the best out of all of them. It's absolutely perfect. There's Shock there with her nice big hat that is fixed like that. It's fixed like that. There's no posability in the hat. Her hair looks like a wire, but it's actually kind of this rubber material that's not prone to break easily, thankfully. She's got these swivel joints in her legs and rubber boots down there. She's got a hard plastic head, and there she is with the mask. Again, with the velvet costume. The hat is actually a hard plastic, however. Next, I'll show you the masks in detail here. Give a little 360. The colors are perfect. The paint is very, very nice. There's Shock's mask right there, and there's Shock herself. A little more of a close-up. You can see the texturing on her hat. Get a better look at the face sculpt and her costume. As you can see, the design in this figure is just flawless. It looks just like the film. As with Lock, here's his face sculpt. As you can see, it's probably my favorite in the lot, just because his face is probably the hardest to truly capture, because he's very mischievous in the movie. He's kind of the ringleader. And then there's Barrel, his face sculpt. Also very, very nice. In the movie, he's got this kind of deadpan expression, but they managed to give him a little bit of humanity in this figure. I love that. There he is with his mask on. There's Lock with his mask on. And Shock with her mask on. And finally, Oogie Boogie. This is what they look like compared to him. Now, the scale is accurate. He's not overly massive. This is how they would have looked in the film if they ever did meet up with Oogie Boogie, which they didn't, but yeah, he just kind of looms over them. I am really impressed with these toys. All of these Gen Planning figures are really, really cool. From the accuracy to the durability and just the quality, all around quality. These guys truly do have it all, and I am very, very impressed. So stick around. We've got Pumpkin King Jack coming up in the next video. Stay tuned. There's a lot more on the way. Thanks a lot. Bye.